What's going on, folks? I'm back again to make another quick video. I guess kind of like a trade recap and just share my train of thought and stuff. But anyways, I made a couple of videos earlier today. I ended up taking 3 trades today. I took one right here when we failed the 15-minute opening range. I took a trade. And on this trend line, I took another trade. It was right here. I made a video on that. And now I'm making a video on the other setup I look for, which is when we retake VWAP right here. Like where we trended under it all day and we, the market turns around. I look for it to get up here and either push through it or get right to it, pull back a little bit and take it back off again. That's what I look for. It's just, I don't know, it works for me. And looking at where we're at, we got a pivot point right here. So I am pretty confident we can at least make it to right there. Surely we can push just that far. The main goal would be right here to go back and retest the low of the 15-minute opening range would be ideal. But I'm not going to be greedy and I'm not going to, try to shoot for that. And I did record this as I was actually trading. I just didn't narrate it. I just waited till later, kind of do a recap and share my train of thought, kind of why I took the trade and where we thought it was going. I'll go ahead and hit play here and we'll fast forward through some of this. And, I won't make this video too long, a couple of minutes. And again, like I said, what I have on the chart here is this is a 15-minute opening range. And I thought this morning we was going to go through it and go on up to the upside. But as soon as it made the range, hell, it tanked, the bottom fell out of it. And I played it to the downside. And then I waited, I drew this trend line. And I had some other stuff I was doing and really wasn't watching the market right here. And I had an alarm set and I knew when it broke through the trend line, then I got to watching it again. And I got in the trade, plus we was above this pivot point, so that made me feel good. And we was above the 21 EMA, this blue line. So that was the main reason that I took that trade on that trend line break. Because they're usually always good for at least, 15, 20 points. And here we was good for, well, that was about 50 points. So definitely had potential. Let me see. Let me fast forward this sucker. We'll get up here to where I get in the trade. This market's been crazy here lately. It kind of makes you leery. You get in a trade, and even though the trade is going in your favor, it still makes me second guess myself. And sometimes I might take profit. Like the other day, I was up 10 points and it missed my target by 1 tick. And then it shot the other way and it stopped me out. I turned a winner into a loser. That's hard on you mentally. That's the worst part of it all. It brings that inner demon out and you start going on full tilt, and the craziness comes out. But let's fast forward it here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I entered the trade on this pullback. And I'll show you, because I drew like a trend line, kind of like a bull flag right here. You'll see it here in a minute. And I'm trading an ATM strategy, and it automatically puts my stops on here. And I've just got them set. And sometimes I go in here and tweak them. I guess you go by that gut feeling, Sometimes I'll go in here and tweak it if I don't like what the chart's doing. But anyways, we're still and we're waiting in the trade. Let me fast forward a little bit. Ain't no sense in having to watch all this. See, I was moving it. I moved it down to 10. It's 11, 12 points is where I moved it down to. I see right here, I was just going to draw a line. It's kind of like a bull flag pattern. Because I'm pretty sure once we shoot through that, because it's getting tight right here. Because you got your VWAP, your 21 EMA, they're coming together. And it's getting tight. So it's definitely going to go one way or the other. It's either going to shoot down or it's going to shoot up. So I'm just sitting here, you know, waiting. That's all you can do is just get in a trade and get back. And I will move my stop here in a minute a little closer in case it does come back, that it won't, you know, I won't lose so much money. But yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting. See, I move it on up, because if we get below this candle, you know, these wicks, then odds are it's probably going to go on, the pullback's going to go a little further. So, and that was the whole reason that, I mean, the reason I got in this trade was because of this candle right here started pushing up. So if we go below it, that takes my reasoning out of the equation. The whole reason I got in the trade to begin with, you know. And now, I mean, it just about stopped me out. You can see right here. God, when I was trading this afternoon, I was like, well, hell, here we go. You know, it's going to get me out. But I just stuck her out. Let me fast forward her a little more here, so we ain't got to sit and watch all this. See, I drew it. I went back to my trading view chart just for a mental picture for me. You know, it's still looking like it wants to go, but see, it shot up right there. It shoots up. You can see it shoot up, and that makes me feel a little better. So here we go. We're shooting for 12 points here. I can't remember. 12 points, that's pretty good. I think I ended up closing it when we got to 10, because my nerves got the best of me this time. I didn't want to turn another winner into a loser, because it started jumping around, and I didn't like where we got wicks on both sides of the body of the candle. There's a lot of wicks on top and a lot of wicks on bottom. So there's a lot of pressure, but I still feel confident we're going to go up. And, you know, later on, see, well, I'll fast forward too much. But anyways, it shot us up here, 10 points. I ended up with 10 points on this trade. But anyways, and I was out. I mean, you know, you shoot for the high here and we're good. But see, look, it's going on up, and I'll pull this chart up. Let me close this out right here. We'll just go to trading view. Let me look here. Okay. So if you look, once we broke through that trend line, see, I got out way too early. But like I said, this market, excuse me, has got me, you know, a little edgy. But I mean, it ripped all the way back. I mean, the best case scenario that I would think would have been the 15-minute range. The bottom, it retested it and pulled back. But I mean, hell, it just ripped. I mean, once you get through that VWAP and it turns it into support, I believe it's a winner. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. I just thought I'd get on here and make a quick video. If nothing else, just, you know, kind of talk to myself. But anyways, thank y'all for watching, and catch y'all on the next one.